Okay, so if I work a problem and I come up with this as my answer, and I want to make sure that I have the correct answer, here's a method you can use your calculator. You can use a calculator to check. It's not perfect. There is a tiny possibility that this check will fail. Like it'll look like you did it right and you still did it wrong. But not much chance, but a little bit. So here's a good way to check. Turn on your calculator. I showed you this earlier in the year, actually. And say, okay, main screen here. Clear. I want to find the derivative. That's math 8. I want the derivative of that formula right there. 3 tangent x squared. So type it in. 3 tangent of x squared. And now the 84 calculator only can find the derivative at a specific point. That should say x, right? Something's wrong because I didn't put an x over here, sorry. Need to put an x there. So now the end is correct. It says x equal. Don't pick x equals 0. Don't pick x equal 1. Pick something a little bit more challenging, like 7's a good choice. Pretty decent choice. If it works for 7, it's going to work for all of them. Press enter. I get that value. If I've done my work correctly, this formula here should calculate exactly the same value, because this is the formula for finding the slope of this. So I've used the calculator to find the slope of this. I found a formula for finding the slope. I want to see if I get the same result. So I come back here. It's going to be embarrassing if it doesn't work. Use the fraction bar. Go alpha, y equal, choose fraction. I've got to have 6x. So that means 6 times 7, I can do that in my head, 42. Divided by cosine squared of x squared. So I need cosine squared. That means I need to have the cosine all squared. So that's the cosine of x squared. X is 7, so that's 49. And I want all of that being squared, like that. And it better be the same number. It's off by a tiny bit, because when the calculator calculates the derivative, it doesn't do it perfectly. It finds secant slopes that are very short. They aren't infinitesimal. That's why you have a slight difference. But it's enough to make me feel like I've done it correctly. So it's just kind of a crude way of checking. But you need to see more of that, see it again, see it different, talk about it. Please, Matt.
Which one is more accurate? What is actually is?
This one is the most accurate. So using the rules, so this here is the most accurate, because we use the rule. This formula is perfect. There is no error in this formula right here. When we ask the calculator to find the derivative, the calculator does this. Yeah, and it just can't get truly infinitesimally close. It gets close enough to get a pretty accurate answer, but just not all the way. Does that make sense? Good question, 4 points. Anybody else? Cool. Stop that.